What is an RPG? A role-playing game is a game in which players assume the role of characters in a fictional setting. Players take responsibility for acting out these roles within a narrative, either through literal acting or through a process of structured decision-making regarding character development. So what that's saying is that pretty much any game is an RPG. See, this, and this are all technically RPGs. Pretty much any of these games right here could fall under the umbrella of RPG. Role-playing games are fun, right, boys?
Oh yeah.
So we know what an RPG is, and we want to know what the best RPG is. So we need to start going category by category to then find the best one. So what is the difference between a JRPG and an RPG? Well, to put it simply, a JRPG is a Japanese role-playing game instead of a role-playing game. So that begs the question, what's the difference between this game and this game? A key difference between a JRPG and a, let's say, WRPG is a JRPG focuses on plot and like combat, while a WRPG focuses on you being a character in a specific world, and it fleshes out that world so you interact with the world instead of the story and characters. So we've come to terms with that there's a difference between these games and these games. But how come this still counts as a JRPG and this is a WRPG? But there's also still a difference between these and... First off, we're going to be focusing on the video games, not the tabletop RPGs. Second, we're going to be focusing on games that are more widely known as RPGs, because while Minecraft is an RPG, it is also a sandbox, so we're going to be focusing on RPG RPGs, if that makes any sense. While games like Dark Souls are still considered like traditional RPGs, turn-based RPGs are a very specific category, and they all have turn-based combat. Some examples are Pokemon, Final Fantasy games, Dragon Quest games. It's a very specific kind of game. Turn-based combat is more common in JRPGs, but some JRPGs still don't have it. It's not a mainstay feature. Once again, Dark Souls is a JRPG technically. So we've definitely narrowed down like different types of RPGs. Now we know about JRPGs, WRPGs, tabletop RPGs, and turn-based RPGs. So now the question is, what is the best RPG and what category does it lie in? The answer is a bit subjective and everyone has their own opinion. Some people might like Monster Hunter, some people might like Persona 5. Just try them out, you know, find out what you like. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that a turn-based RPG is the best RPG. If you're trying to get into RPG games, this right here is what you're gonna want to play. Any video game can be an RPG, but fuck you. Mario & Luigi's Bowser's Inside Story is the best RPG ever. Super simple gameplay. It's turn-based, so it's great. All you do is hit A and B. Simple. And you're gonna play as motherfucking Bowser. Bowser! And if you don't like turn-based games, then it's Catherine Full Body. That's the best RPG. And as always, I still have more to say.